Hello YouTube, welcome back to my CS2 YouTube channel. Welcome back to my investing series where I invest $150 a week into the CS2 market. This series is focused around building our portfolio over the long term, learning from our mistakes, the uptrends in the market, the downtrends, whether we should cash in or cash out, and I'm here to give you guys as much information as I possibly can. So just want to start this video by saying sorry for my absence. As of recent, been a little bit less active with replying to comments and pretty late on this video. Yesterday I actually recorded this video, and then when I went to go edit, there was no audio, so I just got really frustrated with that and didn't want to redo it. And so now we're making it today. I'm going to keep this episode a little bit short and sweet just because of the setbacks and other things going on. But yeah, yesterday made my $150 investment, and then all of that footage is scrapped. But I'm going to put another $150 in the market. I think for the items that I'm looking at buying, I think it's a pretty good time to buy. The market overall hitting a new all-time high every week, it seems like. Market cap hitting a little bit over $6 billion the other day. A little bit of a downturn, of course, after such significant growth is only natural. But it could keep going up, and it could very well come back down a bit more. But with the player count rising and the pump with China not seeming to be slowing down anytime soon, I think it's safe to assume that the market is going to either stabilize or keep going up. There might be some dips, but overall I think the market in the long term is going to keep going up, or at least keeping a neutral stance. There are a lot of risky investments to be making right now, especially into items that have already been pumped up a lot in price. There used to be a time where investing into collection skins, investing into factory new reds, whatever, mainly collection skins, specifically factory new collection skins, was a good idea at one point. You know, investing into things like the Hot Rod, the Blue Phosphor, and the Icarus Fell. But I think at this point, these prices have already doubled, tripled, in some cases quadrupled, and 6x'd within a couple months. So I think right now is not a prime time to be putting your money into these items. I think that the possible gains that you could be making is not worth the risk, and I think that they've already made most of the gains that they're going to be making for the rest of the year already. I don't think that a hot rod at almost $4,000 has much more room to grow, and the fillers alongside it. So if you would look at investing into like a blue from this collection, that price is already going to be inflated, and I don't think right now is the time to buy skins like that. Looking at something like the graphic design collection, this is a very popular investment. All the Armory investments being very popular, the stickers, the sport and field collection, and most recently the graphic design collection, with this one being discontinued and the other two staying in. But even the Overpass collection is doing very well in price. Before these got discontinued, sitting around $200. After getting discontinued, spiking all the way up to $650. They are on a downturn right now, and you can see if you look very closely, there is a little bit of an uptick after prices hit a low of 520. So there are opportunities to buy as the prices are dropping, but these prices are already so overly inflated. I don't think the potential upside is worth the risk that you're taking. These items could drop even lower, maybe hit 400, 350. I think that the overall market is at a very inflated, overhyped point. So I think these do have room to grow, but also a lot of room to drop. We can see in our own portfolio, just like in the market cap graph, we are cooling off a little bit. I think our peak was around $1,800, now sitting around $1,700, so losing a bit of that profit. But you don't profit until you sell, and you don't lose until you sell these items for a long term, so watching these day-to-day movements is only natural. But looking for potential investments, I think I want to look at all the items that are in the red, because a lot of these items still have very, very good fundamentals. Things like the cases and the discontinued stickers. Even the glitters can be a risky investment. It's a gamble on the next major coming out. If there's no glitters, if they're not borderless, those could all have an effect on the prices of these old stickers going forward. But what I really want to be looking at are the cases and these discontinued stickers. Even the Rainbow Route Holo is a very interesting thing to look at right now. First, to take a look at the Elemental Craft stickers. These have gotten a price spike in the past couple weeks due to the Character Craft stickers being discontinued, so the Elemental Craft stickers went up with that. Even though these are still in the Armory, they still spiked in price because we know that eventually they're going to get discontinued. But a lot of these items have cooled off heavily since that initial price spike. That investing hype that happened with these stickers is cooling off a lot. Some of these items you can see minus 40%, 25%, 20%. So we're averaging probably 25% loss across the board. 20% loss. Something like the Rainbow Route Holo, losing 15% gains. That is a lot. So I take this as almost a sale. I think that this is a very advantageous position to get into if you want to invest into a potentially discontinued collection. But I think that right now the Character Craft stickers are a better option because these are actually discontinued. These are still in the Armory, and these prices are still dropping as well. Something like the Flex sticker dropping in price a lot. If you look at the overall graph, of course, when these got announced that they're going to get discontinued, massive price spike from 43 cents all the way to $1.43. So insane overnight gains. And since then, the prices have cooled off a lot, sitting at a more realistic price of 63 cents. When I made this video yesterday, I was buying these stickers at 70 cents, 75 cents. And today, the lowest listing is at 92 cents. And these selling at 91. So these prices do fluctuate. This can just dip back down a little bit to 63 cents again. But the Flex sticker is a very, very good option to get into. The highest applied blue out of the entire collection, and the most popular. I think the highest in price as well for the blues. And overall, investing into the most popular and highest applied sticker out of the collection is going to be a very good decision. So you cannot go wrong with the Flex paper. Another interesting thing to look at is the Hypnotize Holo. This one's sitting at $1.31, losing 4% gains, and it's very cheap compared to the Taste Buddy Holo, and it has almost the same application rate. And if you look at the price, $1.30 compared to 58 cents, I think real cash price is like $1.60, $1.70 for a Hypnotize Holo, and then as we looked at 90 cents for Flex. So the price difference isn't too much. I think it could be interesting to look at the Hypnotize Holo instead. But all these other stickers are going to be very good positions to buy right now. The Fly High being down a lot, the Ribbon Tie from the Deep, all these stickers are going to be very good investments in the long term. And these prices cooling off a little bit since the initial investment hype, I think right now is a great time to buy. Yesterday in my failed video where the audio didn't record, I was investing into these at 75 cents. I think the Flex is a great buy. But at this price, I don't think I'm going to be buying these. This price graph showing 92 cents would equate to about here in the price graph. So that's like a major spike in price if I were to buy at 92 cents. So I don't think that's quite worth it. The two other great options, in my opinion, are From the Deep and the Ribbon Tie. From the Deep being the second most applied blue in the collection, as well being a very, very cheap price point. I think this is a great value sticker. And the Ribbon Tie also just being a popular and highly applied sticker. I think this is the fourth highest applied sticker in the collection. So I'm going to go for a mix of Ribbon Ties and From the Deep. So 50 Ribbon Ties and 50 From the Deep stickers, 100 stickers total, comes out to $55. The next thing I want to talk about is cases. Almost every single case has the same downward trend, losing 20%, 30% in some cases. And these numbers just don't make sense. The value of the skins in the cases are going up drastically. Factory new case reds tripling in price, and the cases themselves haven't gone up in price. The ROI on almost every single case has gone up drastically. Some cases are nearing 100% ROI, like in the 90s almost in ROI. So every single case is becoming more and more attractive to open, even with their already inflated prices. Something like a Gamma 2 case being $3.50 to unbox is still almost profitable, which is crazy to think because cases are known to be highly unprofitable and very bad to open. But it's almost profitable now to open cases, and case unboxing numbers are going to keep going up. The demand is staying the same. The supply on these cases is dropping drastically. The newest update with the CSGO CS2 terminal, the Genesis terminal, there are estimates that the Genesis terminal is taking up 40% of the active case pool, or the drop pool. When the fractured case was discontinued, it was not replaced with another case. It was replaced with the Genesis terminal. The first time in CSGO history, CS2 history, that a case was removed from the active pool and not replaced with another case. The Genesis terminal, again, is taking up at least 20%, upwards of 40% of the case drop pool, making active duty cases a lot rare, and in turn is going to increase their prices and increase the value of the rare case market even more. There's already only 1% of cases unboxing or drop before that, and now there's going to be even less rare cases dropping. If you look at any case price graph, it's going to look something like this, with this uptrend and then this downtrend, and prices have stabilized at these already high prices. And with cases becoming even rarer, dropping 40% less, I think that these cases are a no-brainer to invest in. If you want to look for a case to invest in, you cannot go wrong with anything in the rare case pool. You cannot go wrong with any of the discontinued cases. The discontinued cases, however, being at a very inflated price already, something like the Riptide case being $13 and up. But the newest opportunity with discontinued cases being the gallery case. This case is very, very interesting because last month the unboxing numbers was around 1 million. This month being almost 1.4 million. So massive uptick in the unboxing number with the prices of the skins in the case going up. People want to unbox this case more. It's in the spotlight. It's hyped up right now. People want to unbox this case. So the case unboxing numbers are going up. The supply is going down. There are none of these dropping ever again. So the supply is very finite. And the cheapest discontinued case right now being the Shattered Web case, being almost $6 cash price, or around $6 cash price. This is a very, very good investment to be making. So you cannot go wrong with the gallery case or any of the other discontinued cases. And out of all the rare cases, again, very hard to make a bad investment. Some of my favorites being the Chroma 2, and as of recent, the Chroma 3 having a big uptick on unbox numbers. Historically, the Chroma 2 being my favorite, though. But the Chroma 3 is a good pick with the Chantico's Fire in it. Where are we? The Revolver case being a good pick with the OG knives. Gamma 2 case being a great pick with Gamma knives. Also having a strong unboxing number similar to the Chroma 2 case at around 200,000. Spectrum 2 case, can't go wrong. Spectrum 2 knives also having a very strong unboxing rate at 300,000, and that case is also around $3. So a very popular case. And out of the cheap rare cases, Clutch case being a decent pick, very, very down in price right now, losing almost 20%. But the Clutch case does share golds with something in the active drop pool. But with the active drop pool being cut by 40%, these cases are going to rise in price very quickly, which is in turn going to rise the price of these cheap rare cases like the Clutch case. Danger Zone case, Prisma 2 case, Snakebite case, all are going to be very good picks. The Snakebite case, however, also sharing golds with the Recoil case. So the Recoil case and the Revolution case both share golds with these two cases in the rare drop pool. Dreams and Nightmares case, having emeralds and that kind of thing. The only thing that has the same golds is the Operation Riptide case. And then the Kilowatt case has the same golds as the Gallery case. But golds being in the active drop pool and having the same golds as something in the rare drop pool has never held something back in the past. So I think that the gallery case is still going to be a fantastic investment. I think that these rare cases are also going to be very good investments in the long term. But my personal picks for now are definitely going to be the gallery case and the Prisma 2 case. I think this is a very good, cheap, rare case. Almost 460,000 unboxings each month. Unique golds. I don't think you can go wrong with Prisma cases, especially at the cheap price point that they're at. But the gallery case, always going to be a very, very good investment. So I'm going to buy 45 gallery cases at $1.52 each, bringing us up to $122. I want to put a little bit stronger of a position on the gallery case, just because I think these have a little bit higher of an upside. These prices keeping a stable price even after these price spikes, going from $1.30 to $1.60, and now trading around $1.50 after dipping to almost $1.45. So I think this is a very strong sign for the gallery case. So I'm going to pick up 25 Prisma 2 cases at $1.47 each. 20 Prisma 2 cases at $1.47 each, bringing us up to $152.38. So I think this is a fantastic investment for the long term, better than any other investment that you can be making into the CS2 market right now. At least the safest. I think this is a very safe investment compared to all the other madness going on in the CS2 market. So I think you can't go wrong. So I just want to thank everybody for all the support recently. Almost at 2K subs. Makes that 1K giveaway look like it was yesterday. But hopefully we have 5K on the horizon. We'll do a little bit of a giveaway for that too. But yeah, again, sorry for being a little bit late on this video, and I'll get better at replying to comments. You know, again, I got a promotion, so in between jobs and some growing pains with that. But I'll be on top of my shit coming forward. Gonna have a lot more time to put into hobbies and CS2 content. So hopefully I'll be making some better content going forward. Again, thank you everybody for all the support. Road to 5K. Have a good night, everybody.